Yeah, okay, thanks. Because it had a deal where you have pain in your midsection, and it wakes you up, and you know, wait, what the hell is going on? And then it was about 10 minutes of, oh, I guess that was nothing, just a little glitch in the matrix. Oh, my colon. And then all of a sudden it's back. Yeah, and then it goes from 10 minutes, 8-minute interval, 6 minutes, to 4 minutes. The only contractions are trying to get into the minutes. You know, and so it's like, okay, yeah, he's dilated. It's like Rachel having a baby. And then, all right, now is the time. And it's like, I might as well just lay here, because otherwise I'm just going to sit there until the system decides to cooperate with me. Oh yeah, that's a great way. Fully wide awake. The whole world sleeps. I'll just sit here, look at my phone, and yeah, hey, look, let's read about this stupid thing I'm going to forget the second I get out of here. That's the worst thing ever. Oh yeah, something that makes you stroke, but that means anything for us today. The fact that I'm here talking to you, that I haven't yet said enough. It's a shot. Damn it, yes, we will try to get there. Now, I have a thing I slept like a baby, but my ear is plugged up. Your ear?
My ear, for whatever reason, I have like a little pain in my jaw. I wonder if I slept wrong. I spent way too long this morning trying to unplug my ear. Drank water, chewed gum, yawned. What else is there to do?
And it's hurting the side of your face now.
A little bit, yeah. Like your voice is piercing.
Boy, that's all we need is something to affect how you speak. We can't even
Yeah, right?
say words clearly on a decent day.
Like my right ear is hurting right now. Just whenever there's voice hitting it.
Oh,
It's weird.
Sam, are you supposed to just plug your nose and breathe as hard as you can? Push out. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta keep your mouth shut. You can't break the seal. You can't go.
Well, that actually made it worse.
Oh, it hurt. There you go. A little more.
Well, not both ears got plugged up. It's weird.
Yeah, I think if you might want to try it about 100 more times.
Yeah, see, maybe I'll pass out. Then I won't have that problem anymore. I use Q-tips.
Oh, don't do that.
Well, I thought maybe I had like ear poop in there or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, when I took a shower, I put it up against the water, just try to like clear it out. Nothing.
Yeah.
It hurt. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
It really. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but it's very uncomfortable whenever I hear voices.
Wow. So you know it's there.
Yeah.
We'll keep us posted. And he's looking at me right now, and he's like manipulating his jaw, trying to work it out as we speak.
Keep me in your prayers.
Thank you. So tell Rita put it together. This is the Ben is pissed montage. It doesn't matter. He got it right away. I don't care if it's wrong or not. You said, and my phone description was spot on. Ben is not like the way this is going right now. Death stare into the back of
Come to the station, we'll fight.
Dagger in fanboy Ben as this shoots the hole into his Heath Ledger theory.
It wasn't just my theory, though.
Oh God, I can't believe Heath Ledger died. Oh my God.
If you pay attention to what these articles are saying, that's what everybody thought.
Not me. I knew it was ridiculous.
Genius Julius is the only one who thought otherwise.
If you put like 2 seconds worth of thought into it, you realize that it's ridiculous.
He played in a nice tale. I'm Julius.
You know he's pissed when he does it. When he goes, I'm Julius.
I don't know. He was doing all these prescription drugs, but no, it was an acting role that really did him in.
It was also method acting that led to Christian Bale's blow up on the Terminator thing.
Hey, I just got a Twitter notification. Christian Bale saying that it wasn't method acting that had anything to do with his blow-up.
So he would go pound sand.
Yes, she's saying that in that film he was having fun.
She's a liar. Ben says differently.
It's a story.
That's why did it take?
Because it's been
It's been what 8 years since he died?
Nobody asked her.
I don't
guess so.
We need to get to the bottom of this.
I'm really curious how this works.
So Stu will come rolling in about 7:25. We also have a, I don't know if you guys heard, we have another hot pair of Tesla tickets giveaways.
The van, not the car.
At 8:25, when we bust out password. We've talked many times about whenever a giant asteroid comes flying into the back of the room and buzzes by the earth. The illustrious history of the show, one of the early things that came out was Julius saying, "I hope we die from an asteroid." And he doesn't want to see that.
Okay, that's a little bit simplified. Well, I said if an asteroid is to ever hit the Earth, I hope I'm still alive. I think that'd be fun to
Kind of
see.
like glass half full.
Yeah, glass half. You know, we have a glass half full type of guy, and if the Earth comes to a fire and brimstone end, I want to be there.
That scenario, and by the way, it's real, that could very well happen, which I'm about to talk to you about. The anticipation of that to me is worse than the actual it happening, because, you know, once the wave of Earth resurfacing reaches my spot on the globe, it's not a long drawn out process.
Right.
Now they're talking about how they think they're less and less prepared to be able to see one flying in. This article, I think it was that you sent along.
Yes.
Is that from Uproxx or something?
Yes.
They write, for a long time we've been obsessed with the idea that an asteroid will come along and smash us to oblivion. Every year there's another death asteroid that turns out to be nothing. That said, if there ever is